الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وبالوالدين إحسانا صدق الله العلي العظيم ببركة إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل اللهم صل على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا ومولانا محمد وبارك وسلم وسلم عليه. Alhamdulillah, by the fadl, by the karam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we are once again gathered here to perform Salatul Jumu'ah. Once again, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has bestowed such a great blessing that He has given us the tawfiq to come to the masjid. He has given us life once again to worship Him and to send salutations upon our Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam. As I always mention, and I'll mention it again, always increase in sending durood upon our Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam. Whenever you're in a state of difficulty, hardship, you're suffering from depression, hardship, make your lips move in the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and in the remembrance of Rasulullah alayhi salatu wassalam. Today I wanted to talk in regards to the value, the adab, the respect we should uphold towards our noble parents. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned in Al-Quran Al-Kareem, and not only in the luminous book, Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam has also mentioned in various ahadith the value, the importance we should show to our mother and father. Of course, parents have rights, also children have rights. Many ai they only speak about parents' rights, they don't speak in regard to children's rights, in which inshallah for another day I'll be talking in regards to children's rights. But today I wanted to talk in regards to the importance and the value of our noble parents. And those who do not have parents, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant them the loftiest place of Jannah through Firdawsil A'la. Everyone say Ameen. Ameen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said in the Quran, وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا, treat your parents with ihsan. Treat your parents with adab, with respect. Meaning we should never disrespect, we should never be disobedient towards our noble mother nor father. And in this very verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned فَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفٍّ. And which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given. Balki the ulama have said that when there is dust on your shoulder and you blow on the dust, that sound that it creates, this, we should not make this sound when our mother and father tells us to do a duty and we do not fulfill it, or we say, "Chalo, I'll do it in a bit," or if you do not want to do it, sometimes we make this sound effect. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned in the Quran, we shouldn't even make this sound. We shouldn't even create this sound towards our mother and father. Let alone swearing and using foul language towards our mother and father. Today, I've seen children, I've had parents come to me and they say, "My child always swears at me. My child swears at me." Let alone verbal abuse, physical abuse. "My child hits me. He throws the dishes at my face." I've had mothers who've been crying on the phone, saying, "My child is like this. I don't even see my child at home. He's so busy in his dunya. He's so busy with his friends." The reason why you're so busy and attached to this dunya and you're not attached towards your parents, the reason why you spend more time with your friends than your parents is due to the lack of knowledge. You do not know the value your mother and father holds in Islam. Rasulullah alayhi salatu wassalam has said, Al-Jannatu tahta aqdami al-ummahat. A very famous narration, that Jannah, paradise lies beneath the feet of mothers. Subhanallah. Yani you have Jannah at home. You have paradise at home. Kiss your mother's feet. You know, the more older we get, we feel embarrassed. We feel embarrassed kissing our mother's feet. Imam al-Shafi'i, rahimahullah ta'ala, a great imam from the four schools of thought. People follow the great Imam al-Shafi'i, and he would kiss his mother's feet. And his mother said, "You're a great imam. Why are you kissing my feet for?" Imam al-Shafi'i says, "Even if I'm the greatest in the world, you're still my mother. You have a higher rank than me. Jannah lies beneath your feet. Jannah does not lie beneath anyone else's feet. This is why I kiss your feet." And wallahi al-azim, today you feel embarrassed, but when your mother is on her deathbed, you will want to kiss her hands at that time. You would want to kiss her feet at that time. You would want to fulfill her orders at that time. But that time is too late. When your mother has gone, she's gone. You could ask people, those who do not have mothers, those who do not have fathers, that time is gone for them. Life is not the same for them. So this is your time now to honor, to fulfill the duties of your mother and father, to respect your mother and father. Wallahi al-azim, the easiest type of reward that you could earn is not with your friends, it's with your mother and father. People say, how can I earn reward? What's the easiest way of earning reward? I say the most easiest way to earn reward is just by looking at the faces of your mother and father. Just by looking at your mother and father, you are earning reward. How are you earning reward? Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam has said, that individual who looks at his mother with a merciful gaze, looks at his mother and father, both parents, with a merciful gaze, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward him with a mabroor, an accepted hajj. Everyone say subhanallah. Subhanallah. With an accepted hajj. People, they go for hajj today. Do we know if their hajj is accepted or not? Do we know if the hajj is accepted? Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows. We perform hajj, we do good deeds, we do not know if those deeds are accepted. But what does Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam say in this hadith? He says, not only by looking at your mother and father with a merciful gaze, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward you with an hajj. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward you with an accepted hajj. Companions radiallahu anhum ajma'in, they said, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, what if you look at your mother and father with a merciful gaze 100 times? 100 times a day. What if you look at your mother and father? Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam said, Na'am, Allahu Akbar wa Atyab. Yes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the most greatest and the most atyab. He's the most purest. The one who looks at his mother and father 100 times with a merciful gaze, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward that individual with 100 accepted hajj. This is the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is why we should spend more time with our mother and father. We should honor our mother and father. We should never be disobedient towards our mother and father. We should never swear at our mother and father. And subhanallah, people, they spend more time with their friends, they spend more time with their cousins and other family members. Yet they do not spend time with their mother and father. They do not take the du'as from their mother and father. Even our elders, it's really sad to see those who have mothers and their mothers are still alive. They go to Peer Sahib and they go to the Imam Sahib, they go to the Maulvi Sahib, can you dua for this? I'm suffering through this, I'm suffering through this, I'm suffering through depression, I'm going through marriage problems, financial problems. They'll go to the Maulvi Sahib and say to the Maulvi Sahib, can you do dua? They'll go to the Peer Sahib, can you do dua? I'm not saying this is wrong, we should go. We should go to A'imma, we should go to Ulama. But firstly, your mother is still alive. Why don't you go to your mother first of all? Why don't you go to your mother and ask your mother, do dua for me? Because your mother's dua is more superior than any other individual's dua in this universe. Her dua is more, her du'as are going to be accepted. It's your mother. So this is why we should do khidmah to our mother. We should respect our mother, we should respect our father, and never be disrespectful towards your mother and father. Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam has given such a high maqam to your mother and father. And these are the end of times that children will spend more time with their friends, and the parents will have fear of their own children. We are living in this time that parents, they will have fear of their own children, yani communicating with their own parents, children. And we are living in this time. Just recently, one mother called me and she said, I'm scared of even talking to my own children. I'm scared of even talking to my own children. And we are living in this time today. Subhanallah. So always listen to your mother and father. If they say no to you, there's wisdom behind this. If they say yes to you, there's wisdom behind this. Subhanallah. A story comes into my mind of Awais Qarni rahmatullahi alayhi, a great tabi'ah. He wanted to visit Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam, and I will end with this story. Allahu Akbar. He wanted to visit Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam. And his mother said, you're most welcome to visit Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam, but the condition is, if Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam isn't there, you come straight back home. If he is there, you visit him. Awais Qarni rahmatullahi alayhi. Remember, in them times they didn't have cars. They were riding camels. It was a distance. Today we catch a flight and we're there in a couple of hours. In them times they had to ride camels. Awais Qarni rahmatullahi alayhi went to visit Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam. When he got there, Sayyidatuna Aisha Siddiqa radiyallahu anha said Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam isn't here, but he will be coming soon. Awais Qarni thought, I've come all this way, should I just wait for Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam? Or shall I listen to my mother? Because my mother said, go straight back home, come straight back. If Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam isn't there, isn't in Medina Sharif. Awais Qarni rahmatullahi alayhi, he made his mindset. He said, I'm going to listen to my mother, because my mother said that if Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam isn't there, come straight back. So Awais Qarni rahmatullahi alayhi went straight back. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam comes. Before even Sayyidatuna Aisha Siddiqa radiyallahu anha even uttered that if Awais Qarni came to visit you, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam himself said, did Awais Qarni come? Did Awais Qarni come? Sayyidatuna Aisha Siddiqa radiyallahu anha, she said, how do you know Awais Qarni came? How do you know? I didn't even tell you that Awais Qarni came to visit you. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, I could smell the fragrance of Awais Qarni. I can smell the fragrance, I could smell the khushbu of Awais Qarni. Subhanallah. So there's always wisdom. And what do we learn from this? There's always wisdom when you listen to your mother and father. If your mother says no to you, do not go out at this time, do not go out. Your mother is teaching you tarbiyat. You will only understand this when you are older, yes, when you're more mature, when you're more baligh. You'll understand why your mother said no to you, why your father said you cannot have a mobile phone at this stage. And today, it's saddening that even the parents, they're very lenient to the children. Yes, the child will ask them, can I have this? The father will give them. Can I have this mobile phone? The father will give them. They don't need a mobile phone at a young age. And if you ask them, why did you give them a mobile phone at a young age, they will say they were pestering me. I always say this, if your child was pestering you, can I have a Rambo? Can I have a Rambo? Can I purchase a Rambo? What are you going to say? Are you going to say, Chilo, I'll buy you a Rambo too? No. Why are you going to say no to him? Even if he's keep asking you. The reason being is because you know this Rambo can damage someone. It could kill someone. Likewise, having a mobile phone at a young age is a possibility of it killing his iman. Yes, endangering his own iman. So this is why we do dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala elevates the ranks of those who do not have parents. And we do dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us all respect our noble parents. And we do dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us obedient, always obedient towards our parents. When we are obedient towards our parents, we are obedient to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I end with these words, but alhamdulillah. If ever this time complete